Hey, hey. Welcome everybody to Miss Glow's Kitchen, where there's sugar, spice, and everything nice, where we slice, dice, and entice, using everything we can, from peppers to allspice. What's up, my people? Y'all know what time it is? See y'all in the kitchen. Chicken dressing is on our menu today. Let's make chicken and dressing today. Yep, I said chicken and dressing. So, a lot of times we make dressing, we make it with turkey. So I'm gonna make it with chicken today. Very, very, very easy. So I'm gonna use chicken thighs and not boneless chicken thighs. Make sure you get the thighs with the bone in so you can get the maximum amount of flavor. All right, easy. Dressing is way easier than you think, but you know what? It's all in the seasonings that you put in there. So it's not the cornbread part, the meat part, the stock. It's all in the seasonings that you put in there that makes it so good. So I'm gonna show you an easy way to make some dressing that tastes fabulous. Yes, I am. So how about we go to it right now? Now show off camera where you put the chicken, some water, you put your celery, bell peppers, onions, put them in a pot, put some seasonings in there, whatever seasonings you choose, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, bring it to a boil, bring it to a nice boil until the chicken is done. What you want to do after that is you want to take your chicken out, and the stock with the veggies, you want to leave it. Now if you get any of the veggies on the chicken, make sure you take them off, put them to the side. Second thing you want to do is what you see me doing right here. You want to take the chicken off the bone. No bones in the dressing. All right, moving on to the cornbread. From there, you want to crumble your cornbread up in a bowl. Now you want to, if you have the dark bottoms to it, you want to cut those. You want to make sure you cut those really good. So you want to get these crumbles as small as you can, but just remember that once you put the stock in, it's going to dissolve everything anyway, but you just don't want to leave any pieces too big, where once you put a fork or a spoon down into your dressing, you can see those pieces of cornbread. You don't want to see that. It's cornbread dressing, but you don't want to see big pieces of cornbread left in your dressing after you cooked it. All right? So you're going to crumble it up. Your mixture should look just like that, or similar to it. Quite similar to it, as a matter of fact. All right, so now you're going to get some of that hot stock. All right, got some of the veggies, some of the chicken in there. All right, I put a little bit of it in another pot because I had the other pot sitting to the side. Don't worry about that. Just get your stock in your dressing and get it stirred up. Now, you don't want to put too much. So what you want to do with stock is you want to put it a little bit at a time. You don't want to make your dressing soupy. We'll put a little bit at a time. You want to keep your mixture sort of like the consistency of a thick oatmeal, if you will. That's what you're looking for, a thick oatmeal texture. All right? So now you're going to stir it up really good like I'm doing right here. Stir it up really good. Now this is where you're going to get those other pieces. The other big pieces, you're going to get them incorporated well so that you end up with no big pieces. So that's where we're going with this. All right? So you want to make sure you got some of your celery, bell pepper, and onion in here. You want to make sure you get some of that in here. So some of your veggies. All right, so that's a good consistency. Now we're going to put in the cream of chicken soup. Put your cream of chicken in. You don't have to put all that in either. I'm only making a small portion, so if you're making this for more people, then you're going to add more in there because you're going to have a bigger bowl of it than I have right here. I'm making a very small pan. I just want to demonstrate at this point how to make it and how to make it correctly. Now, once you put your cream of chicken in there, you can use cream of mushroom, cream of celery. You can use any cream soups you want to. It's really up to you. I like to use cream of chicken. So there you get a really good consistency right there. So it looks thick, but it starts looking a little smoother, and that's what you want it to look like that. So it should begin to look like your dressing looks when you get it out of the pan. So you're sort of looking at the way it looks. You're smelling it, but you are mixing it up at the same time. So pay attention to everything with this. This is not a hard dish. It looks like it. Our grandmas and mamas made it. It looked hard. It's not. It's easier, way easier than you think it is. All right, so I'm gonna get a couple pats of butter in there. That's black pepper. I won't put too much of it. Now you do want to put a slight amount of salt, but don't put too much because it'll make it salty. So don't put too much salt. All right. So I'm going in with our sage. So here's what I learned from my mother. So here's why I started looking at the color. All right. So here we're going in with poultry seasoning. More sage than poultry seasoning. It looks like I put the less sage. That's because I'm going to put some more. We're going to stir this up. All right. That's our main ingredient in here. The main ingredient is sage. Watch. A little southern style cornbread dressing. Watch this dressing. It's going to start changing colors. It's going to get darker. That's what you're looking for. When you're putting that sage in there, you look for that color. All right? All right. There we go. All right, so now without tasting it, I can already tell you right here, it's not enough poultry seasoning or sage in here. So you got to go again. You got to go again with poultry seasoning. You got to go again with sage. So I've learned how to eyeball. I'm not learned how to make this from my mother, but I've learned how to eyeball it. Now, here's the deal. You know, a lot of times when you put sage into a dish, sage takes over the dish. The deal with cornbread dressing is it rarely takes over the dressing. So it rarely, for some reason, with all the butter and the cornbread and all that in there, it rarely takes over the flavor of the dressing. All right, so look at that color. All right, because what you do want, it's going to be a little darker. You put this in there, and that's what you want. So you want to make sure, okay? Now, here's the deal with me. I'm going to put 1 beaten egg in for a binder. So this is going to be a binder. That's all it's for. It's not for anything else. Not for flavor. It's not for anything else except a binder. I'm going to get that in there. Now, you don't want your dressing too thick. The only reason why I tell you that is you put it in the oven, it's going to dry out. So you want to make sure the consistency is almost like a oatmeal. An oatmeal consistency. A thick oatmeal. Okay? All right. Now... all right, so here's to my secret ingredient I like. So I'm going to stir this up. This is actually a little fat from ground beef. I'm going to put that fat in there from that ground beef. Yes, we are. Child, they smell good and they look good. So y'all want to trust me on that one right there. You want to trust me on the flavor. And that's going to add another layer of flavor in here. And nope, it will not be greasy, but you will taste it because you can smell it as soon as you put it in there. You can taste that ground beef fat. You can smell it, I mean. You can smell it. Smells so delicious. All right. You want to bump yours up a little bit? There you go. Now, if you don't eat ground beef, you can make ground turkey. Put some vegetable oil in it. Let that turkey cook down. Take that oil off the turkey and... take the oil off the turkey and put it in your dressing. The grease from it. So it won't necessarily be fat, but it will be turkey flavored oil. You see what you get what I'm saying, right? All right, so now, yes, it's got raw egg in it. Be really careful. Yeah, I've been doing this a long time, so don't worry about me. All right, now, another binder. Breadcrumbs, another binder. All right, I want to make sure. Just put those breadcrumbs in there. Or you can cut up some slices of toast. Just cut it up really small. I mean, like crumble it up really good. Put yourself 2 pieces of toast in there. You're good to go. All right, so here we go. We're going to go with a little bit more salt. That's what I want to put in there. A little bit more salt. Salt is good. Salt is good. All right. At this point, we don't want to put too much sage. So I'm going to put a little more sage, a little more poultry seasoning. So I make really a sagey dressing. But like I told you, watch it. Because if you think, you know, the sage is going to take over, it's not. It's going to be a really good cornbread dressing. All right, so in a matter of minutes now, I'm going to show you how to make a great cornbread dressing. All right. So, getting there. get in there. Put my little hamburger meat out of here in there. Give me a little slotted spoon. All right, put my little meat in there. And I'm giving me a spoon from this stock. I'm gonna take everything out of this stock. All right, and put it in there too. Not a lot, but I still wanna put my stuff in here. So I actually got more meat to put in here. It's just that flavor we're looking at right there. That flavor. All right, so I think I'm gonna put a little more pepper. All right, I'm gonna put a little more. So this is probably about a quarter cup of breadcrumbs. Probably, I say a quarter. It's not a half a cup. I don't think I put that much. And 1 egg, because this will be making a small pan of. So. All right, now. All right, because this is going to form a nice crust on the top and the bottom. And this is just going to be so delicious on the in-between, which is cool. All right, so that's how it's going to look before we put it in the oven. All right, so right back with a pan. I'm gonna take this butter and we're just gonna put it all over this pan. It's a glass pan, but I still like to put a lot of butter at the bottom of my dressing. I don't know. Now this is gonna form a nice brown crust at the bottom, so if you don't like crust on your dressing or you don't like that brown, then don't do this. Because that's what this is gonna do. It's gonna give you a nice crust. Okay. All right, now what I'm gonna do next is we're gonna put chicken in here. We're gonna put chicken all on the bottom. We're gonna put a whole layer of chicken. So that's what I normally do. So it'll mix up in there a little bit. I don't want that in there. No, I don't want that. I thought I picked all those out. There we go. Right? Good. You see, we still got a few vegetables at the bottom too. We still got a few green peppers and celery and onion. I don't want that either. Pick that out as you go along. If you see it in there, pick them little nasty strings out. I don't like it. All right, so let's get in the corner and okay, there we go. Now, that's a nice layer of meat, isn't it? Exactly what we want. We want meat in every spoonful. Okay. All right. See, that's good. I like to put a whole layer of it too. I like to leave no spaces. I'll layer my meat at the bottom. Now, if you mix your meat in, that's cool. That's cool. It really is. Okay. That's good. That's really good. 32. All right, here we go. I'm probably not even gonna use all of this. So more than likely I'm not. I might. Who says I won't? Okay. All right. Cool. Look at that. Cool beans, baby. We ready to go. Into the oven. Uncover it for about 45 minutes to an hour, or until you see that your dressing is browned really well around the edges and the top of it is firm. So it should not be shaking like when you put it in the oven. So it should be cooked firm. All right? And this is what you get when it comes out of the oven. Time to taste the dressing. You know I got my dressing with no cranberry sauce. That should be a crime. Ooh, that should be a crime. Y'all know what happened when I lean forward. I usually have something to tell y'all, but this time I'm trying to eat this. This is so good. Oh, you don't need the cranberry sauce. I want it, but you don't need it. Because this is just that good. So, alright. It's got these bits of chicken. You know I put that layer of chicken at the bottom, so of course you're getting chicken in every bite. It's got these bits of chicken in it, but the flavor of the dressing is wonderful, 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 wonderful. So I'm gonna put the recipe down in the description box. So, but what I really want you to do is watch the video, because having the recipe and not watching the video is not gonna help you. You've got to watch the video. Okay. I like it. I hope y'all like it too. See, I can't stop eating it. So good. Shout out, eat that whole little pan up. I promise I will. So good. Cheers. Thanks for watching. See y'all next time. As always, I appreciate you. Hit that like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.